Hello everyone, Nancy Taylor here. Welcome to today's video. So excited to have you today. I'm going to be going over 3 questions to ask yourself in life or business. Let's say that in life you're in that chapter where you're feeling like, what is my purpose? Or I keep putting my interest and my needs on the back burner. Perhaps you are a mom and that feels like it's consuming all your time and energy. You feel like it's not something you enjoy anymore, or it feels heavy or hard. Or perhaps you have been building a business for 6 years, 10 years, 15 years, and it feels like you're burnt out and you're confused and you're like stuck. You're feeling stuck. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Now, before we get into the 3 questions, I love this story and I share it often, so perhaps you've heard me share it before, but there's a story of this nurse that works with the terminally ill. And when she goes to their room and builds this rapport with them, she likes to ask them this question. She likes to ask them, do you have any regrets in life? And she categorized their responses into 3 categories. And I think these are so valuable. If we can gain wisdom from those that have more lived experience, more wisdom, more knowledge, I just think that's so valuable. So the 3 topics, and perhaps you can guess these, but number 1 is, I wish I had allowed myself to be happier. Like, I wish I had allowed, because how often are we putting off joy once the business is working, once the kids are at this stage, this will be so much easier, and we're not enjoying the now. The now, right now. Number 2 was, I feel like I didn't reach my full potential. Has there been a desire, a vision, something you want to pursue or build or create that's within you that other people don't have to understand, but you keep putting it off because you don't have time, you're too busy, or nobody gets it, or you don't have the support system. It just feels big. Maybe there's something that's been on your mind. Or number 3 is, I wish I'd spent more time with those I love. I wish I'd spent more quality time with family, friends, created more time, because sometimes we create this busyness. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor. And I've learned so much these past 2 years. After certifying as a life coach, I feel like I've been much more intentional, and I want to share some of my 3 of the key questions that can help you to get unstuck or help you just to take action in the direction you want to go with intention. So you choose if it's for business or for life, whatever one it is. I hope these help you out. Go grab a piece of paper. I'm giving you some homework. I'm a teacher. Gotta go get your homework. I feel like I haven't seen you guys for a while, so I'm here. Okay, number 1. So the first one, and why I started with that story, I want you to keep that in mind. More joy, experience more joy, meet full potential, and spend time with loved ones. I think those are going to resonate and come up as we go through this. Okay, so number 1 is, what do you see as more valuable than money? What is more valuable than money? Sure. This is Kai. Kai. Sure. I'm talking to my friends. Can you say hi? I know, they're not on there. They're just in the camera. Hi. Kai says hi. When you write down what's more valuable than money, these are your values. So I'm going to share with you my answers to these questions. I want you to write whatever comes to mind for you. So I think of my faith and my connection with a heavenly Father, with God. That connection is so valuable to me. It creates a lot of peace and creates a lot of comfort. Number 2, I would say, is my family and friends. Those relationships are so valuable to me. Number 3 is pursuing a goal, progression, having that progress or that push forward to work towards something, to better my skill set or to develop a skill set, to add more value into the world. And that's something that I feel like if I could do life coaching for free, I would. Well, I mean, I can, and I would. I still do have paying customers and clients and whatnot, but I would do it for free because it's something that I feel is so valuable for me as the coach. I love doing it. So I want you to write those things down. What is more valuable to you than money? Okay. The word that comes to me a lot is connection. That's when that comes to me. It helps me gain clarity. Now, when you look at these things, are you making them a priority in your life? When we feel overwhelmed, stressed, confused, a lot of times we're putting these items that we value on the back burner, or we're not spending time on them. Maybe it's spending time with God. Maybe it's spending time on your personal development, taking care of your habit, like yourself, your health habits, your nutrition, your movement. Perhaps it is your relationships. You feel like they're not where you want them to be. That could be something that you're not making a priority. And just this awareness, I want you to highlight anything that's like blaring at you, like, oh my goodness, this is something that I want to work on and focus on. Okay, number 2, the second question. And I believe number 2 and 3, really, these are the questions that as a coach, I this is what I'm always working on. So as a coach, I'm bringing to mind. Number 2 is, what do you want? Okay. So and there's a question that you can ask before that. And this one kind of can go a little bit deeper, is who am I? Like, who am I? I know we could say a daughter of God, or we could say I'm a mother. These are roles. Who am I as a soul? And that can give you a lot of clarity on that identity, because when we don't have that clarity, it's hard to understand, okay, what do I want? Perhaps when you're thinking of, let me give you an example for question number 2, what do I want? And if you do want to ask that other question of who am I, you most definitely can. But let's focus on what do I want. So let's say for mine in life and business, this year wanted to homeschool. Last year, I decided to homeschool my kids. I have a 9-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And I wanted to homeschool them. And people would ask, why do you want to do that? I'm like, I just want to. I just want to. When we have those desires in our heart and we're living that in our reality, I believe we can live our happiest life. It's when we shush those desires and we think, I'm not smart enough, it's not the right time, I'm not able to do that. Don't worry, Kai's just going to have some fruit snacks here. That's when we get like victim mentality, or poor me, or I can't have all the things that I want. You most definitely can. And the only person that's stopping you is yourself. So what is it that you want in your life or business, or both? So I want to homeschool my kids. Started that this year. I knew that there was going to be amazing connections, amazing moments when like a tear will come. I'm like, this is what I wanted. I envisioned this. And then there's also, I'm signing up for frustration. I'm signing up for temper tantrums. I'm signing up for, I know going in that I can create neutral space around the big emotions that my kids are going to experience. And I'm so grateful for life coaching, because it has allowed me to create a lot of peace and ease around something that I know previous Nancy would have created a lot of stress and overwhelm around. But it's just peace and ease. It's like, this is the part where my child gets frustrated. Okay, let's practice frustration. Let's practice breathing techniques. Let's practice taking a break. It's been so amazing. The second part for my business, I want to coach part-time. So I want to have this where I'm homeschooling and focused on the home and the family. And I realized that I created more energy in my home. I started cleaning things and things that I had been putting off because I was living in confusion. I was like, what do I want? I was feeling stuck. So if you're feeling that, it doesn't mean I have to constantly be pursuing a goal. It just is sometimes we lack clarity on, where am I going? Where am I going? So number 2, where are you going? Where do you want to go? And it could be big picture, it could be short. But let's have a destination that we're working towards. When we have progress and when we are able to see ourselves improve and get better and take actions towards something we truly want with intention, it's so rewarding and energizing. Okay, number 3, what is in your way of getting that? For me, it is lack of focus. It is, I like to play. If someone's like, I recently got into, it's dinner time, so we're not going to have one more treat, okay? I recently got into pickleball, and it's created so much energy. It's created this whole new community of others that I wouldn't have connected with. I have loved it. I've loved it. And so when I think about it, what gets in my way is my addiction to play. I love to play. If I have on my agenda that I need, okay, he's going to have this. It's going to buy us another minute, okay? But he said, boom, baby. Number 3, when I think about my own personality and things that get in the way, it's not that I lack the desire or the focus or the discipline. It is, I just know my personality. I love coaching. And when I get into coaching, I don't like the feedback and the follow-up work. I don't like the emails. So I know that for me personally, I need to gamify those. So when you do this third question, what's in the way? I want you to put on the left side, what's in the way? And then what do you know works for you to overcome that? Like, what helps you? So number 1 is I put lack of focus, or I want to play. If anything comes up and I have something on my schedule, I'm going to choose park with my kids. I'm going to choose to go to the amusement park. I'm going to choose to go play pickleball, go to a soccer game, all sub. I'm going to play. I love to play. So on the right side, I'm going to put, how can I gamify this? So or maybe I do it earlier in the day. How do I honor my calendar? How do I make this something that I follow up on? And it could be even a sticker chart. I did the thing. We think that only our kids like it. I love having a sticker chart, or checking things off, crossing them off. If that's your personality, do that. Do that. that allows you to establish a routine. I know that for me, for focus, a morning routine helps me because I can do breath work and journal. But if I wake up when my kids wake up, I'm like feeling like they're taking all my time, which is not true. Or consuming all the time. Okay, I'm going to wrap up. Those are the 3 questions. I wanted to share a couple common things that come up in coaching in case you can relate or this is something that could be helpful for you. So a couple common things that come up when I see a client that's stuck, feeling stuck or confused is they'll say things like, I don't know where to start. I'm too busy. It's too difficult. It's not working. I don't have time. I didn't get to it, and they'll apologize. And with any of these thoughts, when you write them down, they no longer have power over you. So write these down. If you're like, I do say that all the time, I'm too busy. Awareness precedes change. And I love to change that. It's like a lens that we put over our camera, the lens that I'm viewing my experience or my life through. So if I'm viewing motherhood as being busy and overwhelming and it's impossible to homeschool and also be a coach and create YouTube videos, I'm going to create a story and a lens that looks really difficult. Mom with her hair all frazzled, kids coming in and screaming and lack of control and things feeling out of control. It doesn't mean that there's not chaos and things going on. You saw Kai come in here with 3 different treats, 3 different snacks. However, I'm able to manage my emotions and how I view it and experience it. So when people say, oh, you're so busy, I like to say, it's not that I'm busy. I just was choosing to do this, or we were choosing to spend our time on this, or I have Friday available. I'm able to create, even if other people are coming in with good intentions of sharing their story and their thoughts and their beliefs, I can choose if I want to agree with them. I can choose if I want to believe I'm too busy. I can choose if that's a story. I used to use that story all the time. I'm just so busy and there's just so much to do. I'm like, that is not helpful. That is, I would call it a thought problem. It's creating overwhelm and stress. I no longer think I'm too busy. I'm like, oh, I'm really good at managing my time. Oh, yesterday felt like a lot of things. Okay, next time I'm going to practice saying no to a couple more. I just use those emotions like, oh, my heart's racing. I'm feeling like I'm going from one thing to the next. I noticed I was a little irritated with time, like because I was feeling stressed of getting everyone everywhere. I'm going to see if maybe I can carpool. Maybe I can just create a circumstance that is more, I can manage my emotions better, or I can just focus on my emotions. So I can either change the circumstance or I can change how I'm viewing it. Okay, I know that I kind of talked a bit there at the end, but if you have a story you're telling yourself that's keeping you stuck, that's making the experience not enjoyable, that's keeping you from building relationships that you really care about, make sure that you write them down, because that's where we don't go straight to fix them and change them and feel good all the time. We just are aware. Build curiosity around those thoughts. That's interesting that thought came up. I wonder what I want to do with that. If you do have a thought that came up or a spot that you're feeling specifically stuck on, I do leave link below. I open up several mini sessions of coaching for free each month. If you haven't grabbed one of those or haven't experienced coaching for yourself, I do life and business coaching. I would love to see you. I would love to see you in, again, I told you I love coaching. It's one of the things that lights me up. Kai is back for more. Okay, I got to go make dinner for my kids. I hope you guys are doing well. I'd love to hear from you down below. Other homeschool moms, share with me your tips. We're all in over here. We're rocking it. You're eating Cheetos? All right. We're going to go make dinner. We'll see you guys later. Bye.